Hall County Sports is also brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Come check out the latest deals. When you go green Ford. And also brought to you by McEver Road United Methodist Church. With 3 services every Sunday morning, Kids Town, adult education small groups, and community outreach. McEver Road UMC is dedicated to transforming the world through the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports. I'm your host, Gary Glenn. Well, didn't we have an interesting week last week with all of the ice and snow and things getting moved around and canceled and all of that kind of stuff? But some people did get to play, and we're going to talk about those who did get to perform on this particular show. Now, beginning early last week, Lakeview, the Lions in basketball, had a sweep at Tallulah Falls. Mayo Pride winning at 79-19 with Austin Pearson leading the way with 17. And last Saturday afternoon had to cancel the Friday game, or at least move the Friday game with Commerce to another date. But they did play Saturday afternoon, and Lakeview split with Prince Avenue Christian. The Mayo Lions grabbed their third straight region win, 49-38. Over PAC. Ross Bigler, 11 points, 6 rebounds. Daniel O'Vera, Austin Montgomery, Jackson Wells all had 7. 3 straight wins for the Lions in the region. Now, and we bring to the show veteran coach Seth Vining. Seth, Happy New Year. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Gary. It's good to be here.
Tell me a little bit about your team this year. As we said, third straight win, particularly against Prince Avenue Christian, and it was one that you had to fight for a little bit there.
Actually, the first half was pretty ugly, if you want to neither one of us were able to score very well, and the halftime score is 17-17, which is when you're playing as fast as we try to play, it was ugly. But defensively in the third quarter, we played extremely well in our press and got some easy baskets, made some shots, and were able to get a pretty comfortable lead and got a good win. Prince Avenue is a much improved team. They actually have already won 6 games this year, so. Our team in general has been a work in progress. It still is. We think we're good enough to compete in our region, and we've already played Athens Christian on their home floor and had a tough loss to them by 4 points, and so actually 3 points. So we feel like we have a good chance to make a good run.
Now, out of your several losses this year, they've all been to pretty good teams, and some of them have been very close.
They have been, and we knew that going into the season. All our non-region opponents were quality opponents. A couple of them had been one had been to the Final Four. A couple have been to Sweet 16. And right now, all those teams are having good years. They all have winning records. They're all competing for their region championships too. So, all those tough losses, I think, have prepared us for our region.
Well, I was about to say, then your record, which is a losing record at this juncture by the time we're doing this show, is a little bit deceiving, do you think?
Definitely. And of course, that can be said, I guess, from a lot of teams. The better the competition you play, the harder it is to have a winning record. And of course, we have stepped out of our classification a little bit, played some very good teams. And of course, we like to play good teams. Of all the years I've been coaching, we've always tried to play good teams. And I think out of 35 years, I think there's only 1 year in my career that we've won our first 5 games. So we have a history of playing good competition, and when you do that, sometimes you're going to lose.
Well, you do, and you walk a fine line too between warming them up and wearing them out, and sometimes of that.
You're exactly right.
Yeah. Tell me what has been the biggest, I don't know if I want to say problem, but the biggest challenge for you this year, and when you graduated some folks.
Probably the biggest challenge was finding a replacement for Halton Coswell, who was our point guard.
Yeah.
He was our starting point guard for 4 years. And we had 5 very capable seniors last year that all played well and contributed. So anytime you have a group like that to leave your program, it takes a while for kids to make adjustment. And right now we've got some young kids. We've got 2 sophomores and 2 freshmen that are playing a lot for us. And we have some seniors that we're asking to take a more dominant role for our team compared to what they maybe have done in the past, and they're kind of growing into their role also. So, but right now, like Ross Bigler, we talked about Ross Bigler Saturday. I thought Ross played probably one of his best games of his career. Saturday, Jordan Chastain, who's another one of our leaders, one of our seniors, he actually missed last week's games because he had a concussion in the Aquinas game. So he's going to be back this week with us, and of course Jordan's doing a great job. Daniel Vera, who's another senior that we've actually played him in several roles, trying to find a place that he helps the team the most. He's our second leading scorer, and he's developing in that role. And then, of course, Tom Drury's our other senior, who's a leader, tough kid. He provides that leadership for us too. So those are our 4 seniors, and as they continue to grow in their role, I think our team's going to continue to get better.
Defense is something that stays with you. Offense kind of comes and goes. I've talked to many basketball coaches, and that's what they say. Sometimes you're, as the old Jerry Reed song says, sometimes you're hot and sometimes you're not. But the defense stays with you. That's always been a trademark of your teams, wherever you've coached. You play a lot of folks and you stay in people's face. And the offense is what you're telling me now. The offense kind of needs to come around. You're
exactly right. Defensively, we've really played, I think, some pretty good basketball. And of course, in our system, if you don't play defense, you don't play. Mm-hmm. So our kids don't really have too much of a choice. If they expect to play, they got to play hard on the defensive end, and our kids do that. Offensively, as you mentioned, we've got to continue to work on improving our skills, developing our confidence, develop a little chemistry in how we attack different defenses. And as that comes around, I think we will score some more points. And actually, we've had games this year where we played really well. In one game we scored over 100 points, which is the first time we've done that while I was at Lakeview. So hopefully we're going to continue to improve and we'll score some more points.
I'm going to ask you a question just based on the experience. Seth, what has been the thing that has changed the most in basketball since you've been coaching? I know you've coached women, you've coached girls, you've coached boys. What has been the thing that you've seen that's changed the most in basketball over the years? Is it the pace of the game?
I think in this general area of the state, I think the pace of the game has changed a lot. There's more teams that play a faster tempo. I think another thing that's changed is that basketball really has become a 12-month-year activity where kids are playing all the time. That is kind of a new change. I think as a general rule, more basketball coaches are really predominantly basketball coaches, where maybe 25 years ago your basketball coach might have been an assistant football coach who also was a basketball coach. You don't see that kind of multi-sport commitment from coaches, so they're more focused on their sport. So I think there's more emphasis on basketball from a coach's standpoint, because the coaches, that is their primary focus, and I think that's improved the game too. So all those things have changed.
And I think maybe because of what you're talking about there, more coaches devoting themselves to basketball as a specialty versus being an assistant football coach, assistant track coach, blah, blah. You seem to have the athleticism. You have maybe more good athletes because the kids specialize too, don't they?
Well, the kids specialize too, but in general, I think all our athletes, because of modern techniques and technology and just different ways to train, they're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger. There's more emphasis on weight programs now. So as a general rule, all our athletes, I think, are better than they were 25, 30 years ago. And of course, the better the athlete, then the better they can play a sport.
And the better coaches you have. We all know, I've been on that other side, and good athletes make good coaches. We all know that too.
Right.
Let's go back to the game this past Saturday now. And you said it was an ugly first half. What kind of turned it around for you in that second half?
Actually, we went to a little bit different press. We went to a zone press, a full court zone press, and it caused some difficulty for them, and we got some turnovers and made some baskets, and that was the biggest thing. I mean, we had about a 5-minute span where, we had, I think, 22 points in the third quarter, and that was the difference.
Oh yeah, well that's big when you can outscore them like that in the third quarter. And the kids in the second half, sometimes things just click, don't they? Basketball is such a game of momentum. When things start rolling, they really roll, one way or the other.
It is a game of runs, and of course, that's why we try to play the way we play. We expect to get a run where we can outscore an opponent maybe 8 to 10 points within a 2 or 3 minute span, and if you can get a couple runs like that in a game and not have the same thing happen to you, usually you come away with a win. So So we are trying to develop those kind of streaks.
All right, now you've got a busy several days coming up, don't you?
Certainly do. We've got 2 big region games this week. Friday we play Towns County. We have already played Social when this is aired. We play them Tuesday night. Then Monday we have our drills and thrills with Atlanta Hawks. Monday it's a full day. We'll have about 75 kids come to Lakeview, have a quick clinic, feed them lunch, take them down to Atlanta. They will actually get to go on the Hawks court in Phillips Arena just before game time.
Cool.
And do our drills and thrills, which is this is I guess the 5th year that we have done this, and it's a great experience for the kids because they actually get to go down there and do our drills and thrills
on an NBA arena. How cool is that?
In Phillips Arena, and then we'll watch the game and enjoy the game, and then we'll head back to Lakeview. And when we get back to Lakeview, my team will eat us a pizza and then have practice and get ready for our game on Tuesday. So it's a full day for our kids. But our kids really enjoy it. It's a good opportunity for them to provide a service to the kids in the community, and it gives us a chance to build some relationships. So our guys look forward to it.
And I saw where you're full up again, so congratulations.
Yeah, we do have a full clinic, and so we're excited.
If you had to put your finger on 1 or 2 things about making a run, getting back into the playoffs this season, and you say this is what we really need to do, what is it?
We got to score, and we got to put the ball in the basket. I mean, it's the way we play and the way we try to create such a tempo. If we're not able to put the ball in the basket, we give the opponent too many opportunities to score themselves. So we've got to score, and we work hard on developing that tempo, and I think it all comes down to putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, there you go. As Hugh Durham once said, I like all that effort and all that kind of stuff, but every now and then I got to have somebody put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, they don't give you points for being close.
Or running up down the court and really trying hard, huh?
That's true. Yeah, we have to figure a way to put the ball in the basket, get to the free throw line, make some free throws. And if we have a team goal of scoring at least 80 points a night. So if we can be in the 80s, I think our chances are good.
Well, Seth, you and I have known each other for quite a number of years, probably more than either one of us need to think about, all the way back to the Gainesville Junior College days. But it's always a pleasure. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right. Now, we wanted to have Buster Brown, the Lady Lions coach, come in, but Buster's still dealing with some ice issues and some scheduling problems, so we're going to wish the Lady Lions luck as well. Now, they did start the week off last week with a win against Tallulah Falls, 55-16. Maddie Haymore had 26 points in that one. Then on Saturday, they had a lead at halftime, but they had a terrible third quarter and eventually gave up the lead to Prince Avenue Christian and fell 41-36. Haymore led the scoring with 18 points. She had 15 of those coming on three-pointers. Louisa Jacobs had 5 points and 8 assists, and Jamie Nixon had 4 points and 9 rebounds. The Lady Lions go to 7-5 on the year and 2-2 in the league at the time that we're doing this show. All right, we take it to the mat when Hall County Sports Television continues.
Does your business or home office have limited space? Let Office Pros experts show you how to turn small, cluttered areas into highly organized, efficient workspaces with cubicles completely planned and installed at surprisingly low prices. Office Pros experts will come to your location and help you plan the perfect office without the clutter. For companies downsizing, cubicles can double the capacity of existing 10x12 offices by installing just 2 cubicles. Call today for a free consultation. Let Office Pros put your business on the path to success.
Falcon Parkway Fitness is your neighborhood family fitness center. The friendly, knowledgeable staff, all certified trainers, are there to help you achieve your fitness goals in a state-of-the-art facility, all for less than $1 a day for a membership. Falcon Parkway Fitness is open to fit your schedule. Where else can you find child care, group fitness, personal training, a day spa, and a hair and nail salon all under one roof? That's Falcon Parkway Fitness behind the public shopping center in Flowery Branch. Visit us on the web at www.falconpkwifitness.com.
Are you struggling to get where you really want to be in life? Then get on the fast track to success at Lanier Technical College with 5 campuses, day, evening, and online classes, and many tuition fees paid for by the Hope Grant. There's no better way to get where you really want to be. Now more than ever, high-paying employers are looking for highly trained individuals with hands-on technical training. So stop struggling and get moving. Lanier Technical College. Get ready. Go!
We are back. Hall County Sports is the show, and I'm your host, Gary Glenn. Well, because of all the snow and the ice and everything that went down, the wrestling area duels in AA and AAA had to be shuffled around. Everything got moved to Monday of this week after they were supposed to begin last weekend. Now, the AA area was supposed to be in Fannin County. Well, that didn't work out. Then they decided they'd ask Dawson County if they could do it, and then finally at 7 o'clock this past Sunday night, Riverside coach Errol Bisso got a call to see if the Eagles would host it. Coach said, come on down. We sent our Mark Eggers to talk with him and his 189-pounder, Mancini Udoji, a senior from Nigeria.
Coach, because of the ice storm last Friday, your past 24 hours have been very frantic. Tell us what you've been through and what you had to do to get today's wrestling meet off the ground.
Well, the thing is, this was the dual tournament, and it was supposed to be scheduled this Friday and Saturday at Fannin County. But of course, Thursday, the snow played a little part in that. So they've been out of school Thursday, Friday, and today. So Coach Wilson, who was running the tournament up there, believe it or not, we thought we were going to Dawsonville Friday when we left school. We were supposed to go to Dawsonville today, but lo and behold, Dawsonville is out of school also today. So last night, about 7 o'clock, Coach Wilson calls me and he says, Errol, he says, I need help. He says, I can't have it, Dawson can't have it, and you're my next choice. He says, is there any way that we can have it at your place? And I just happened to have my wrestlers with me last night at 7 o'clock as we were working. They had just gotten back. So I said, yeah, we go ahead and try and do it, and then we tried to set the place up last night. And then our crew here at Riverside did the rest of the things today. So
how many schools are we missing today?
We're missing one. Only one. It's only Fannin. Well, the team that was supposed to be hosting it.
My goodness.
The coaches are here, but the team didn't make it.
Just from a spectator standpoint, things are going seamlessly. You guys have really done a good job.
Well, we've done this before. We've held the AAA state championships here and had 8 mats going, 2 days, and we've done the Class A state championship here before. So most of my people know how to do this. And when I ask them to do things, it's amazing the cooperation I get from my people to get this and put it together.
We're speaking with Mancini Udoji. He's one of the senior members of the Riverside Military Academy wrestling squad here at this dual meet. A meet that had to be rescheduled a couple of times. It was supposed to even be at Dawson County this afternoon, and at the last minute they've had to scramble to get it here at RMA. Tell me about your first match. What happened the first time you went out on the mat today?
It was a bit sloppy, but I was quick on my feet, and I kept him on his back in the second period.
There's a lot of people here who are sports fans watching this program who don't know some of the particulars about high school wrestling in Georgia. How many periods are there in a normal match?
There are 3 periods of 2 minutes in a normal match. And,
is there a rest in between, a resting period?
Not really a resting. There's injury time and blood time if someone gets hurt, and there's also overtime if the points are even at the end of the match.
Now, where did you grow up?
Nigeria.
Nigeria, and so you're going to school here in Gainesville, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
That's quite a transition.
It is.
Did you wrestle over in Nigeria?
No, sir. My first year wrestling was my sophomore year at Riverside.
At Riverside. Did somebody talk you into coming out for the team?
The Riverside team was really big in Giza, and I just decided to come out.
Riverside, you may remember, also bailed out the Georgia Games powerlifting this past July and hosted that event. Well, this time they went 1-2 in the area wrestling duels. They beat Oglethorpe County but lost to Dawson County and North Oconee. Perennial power Jefferson won the meet at Riverside, followed by Banks County, so they go on to the state duels in Macon this weekend. Now, the AAA meet at West Forsyth also, as I said earlier, had to be postponed. It was won by Gilmer County, followed by West Forsyth, though those two go to the AAA state duels in Macon this weekend as well. Oh, by the way, Flowery Branch was the highest Hall County team at the AAA area wrestling duels. The Falcons finished 5th. I'm back to wrap it up when Hall County Sports concludes.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
With every passing year, the Gift Nook at Riverside Pharmacy adds more unique and precious gifts to the inventory. Buying that special gift is an easy task at Riverside Pharmacy's Gift Nook. The Gift Nook is famous for its wide variety of novelty items, along with its familiar Christmas carolers and collectibles. The next time you can't think of a gift for that special someone, don't worry. Let the Gift Nook at Riverside Pharmacy show you how to turn presents into lasting memories at a price you can afford. Remember, all their first quality greeting cards are just $1. Riverside Pharmacy, modern technology, hometown traditions, 935 Green Street, 770-532-6253.
Open hearts, open minds, open doors. Let's consider that church is a menu of adventure. Let's consider that open is a verb instead of a noun, a word of action. What if church was less about Sunday and more about the other days of the week? Opening hearts, opening minds, opening doors. What if church wasn't just a place we go, but something we do?
I want to be part of a church where everybody feels that they have a role to play and a place to be and are welcomed. That there's something for everyone.
What if church wasn't just a building, but doors opening up a different experience that whoever knocks might find a journey to call their own?
We have people that come in t-shirts and blue jeans and flip-flops, and we do have our older generation that comes in ties and suits, and we want everybody to feel comfortable.
You know God is there because of the people that are there, and you want to enjoy that same feeling of fullness and freedom.
Let's rethink church. Then Sunday could be a day of reflection on all that we had accomplished Monday through Saturday. Then together, we can open hearts, open minds, and open doors.
My name is Lloyd Smee.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
Gary Glenn back to wrap it up here. Hall County Sports concluding for this week. We begin with a summary of what happened in high school basketball last week. East Hall swept Gainesville at Valhalla, 61-34 girls and 72-66 boys. Jasmine Jenkins went 4 for 4 from beyond the arc on her way to 28 points for the Lady Vikes, while Haley Chapman had 5 three-pointers on her way to 17 points on the night. Point guard Derica Faulkner led her team in other aspects with 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 steals. Jamie Carnes had 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks for Gainesville. For the male Elephants, A.J. Johnson was Gainesville's leading scorer, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Dre Perry had 16 on the winning side for East Hall. Charles Perry had 13 points and 4 assists. And then the Vikes had another sweep later in the week over Johnson. J.C. Hampton led East Hall's boys with 18. Matt Hollis had 17 for the Knights. Lady Vikes piled it up, 75-34. Jasmine Jenkins with 14 in the win. Lindsay Pethel had 9 for the Lady Knights. Also last week, Johnson's boys did beat West Forsyth 58-51. Matt Hollis scored 21 points to lead the Knights as Johnson girls fell. Well, it was a night to remember for Chester T's Peyton Robertson. She scored 37 points to go over 1,000 points for her career. She broke the school record for most points scored in a game, grabbed 12 rebounds to surpass 500 career rebounds, and she led the Lady War Eagles to a 65-25 win over White County. And she's still just a junior, remember. Senior Chelsea Wilson became the assist record holder that night as well. Chester T boys made it a sweep with a 2-point win, 52-50. Preston Smith had the gamer with only 3 ticks on the clock. Lamar Brooks leading the War Eagles with 20 points. Elsewhere in high school ball, Flowery Branch swept West Hall 46-30 girls and 53-51 boys. For the Lady Falcons, Kara Chilton and Jessica Harper each scored 11 points, while Ishmael Hollis led the Falcon boys with 22. The game winner there was a putback by Zach Barrett with .6 seconds left. Bailey Susie led the Lady Spartans with 13. The West Hall boys got 20 from Jarquise Young. Riverside headed over Rabun Gap 58-45. Dylan Setscorn scored 24 points for the Eagles in that one. Turning to college basketball, the Brenau Golden Tigers spotted Southern Wesleyan a 13-0 lead to start the game before coming back to win a key SSAC conference contest 84-71. Senior sharpshooter Ashley Higgins led the scoring parade with the season-high 26, 16 of which came in the second half. Paige Cooper added 15 points and 6 rebounds, and Sarah Ledford came off the bench to hit 3 big three-pointers and finished with 11 points overall. And then senior Meg Henson out of Gainesville, Georgia, Lady Red Elephants alumnus, had her best game of the season with 16 points, 5 steals, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds as the Golden Tigers won their third straight with an 88-68 decision over Columbia, South Carolina. We're now 10-4 on the season and 3-2 as of this show. Higgins scored 24 points to go with 4 assists there. With this win, the career win-loss record for basketball at Brenau rises to 53-52, a winning record in the overall history of the program for the first time ever. Congrats to Coach Gary Bays and his women. And wrestling. Chestatee knocked off Walnut Grove 61-17 in the meet last week, but they lost to Lumpkin County 51-18. Bert Castruda at 171 pounds and Aaron Anderson at 275. Both had 2 wins each on the night. All right, time now to name our athletes of the week for the boys. Let's go with Lakeview's Ross Bigler, who played the best game of his career, or at least one of them, says his coach Seth Vining, in their win over Prince Avenue Christian. And if Seth says it, well, that's good enough for me. Congratulations to Bigler. For the girls, got to go once again with Chestatee basketball's Peyton Robertson, over 1,000 career points and over 500 rebounds in her career now after leading Chestatee to a win over White County. And remember, again, she's just a junior. All right. Published reports say that Gainesville quarterback Blake Sims is no longer committed to play football for the University of Alabama and has reopened the recruiting process. Sims, the AAA Offensive Player of the Year, led the Red Elephants to the Class AAA title game this season with 3,152 total yards and 43 touchdowns. Now, reportedly, he told Rivals.com that it was a, quote, painful decision to take his name off the list of non-binding verbal commitments for the newly crowned BCS champions. But after thinking long and hard, Blake says that he simply wanted to look at as many schools as possible, including Alabama, Crimson Tide still in the running, Tennessee, West Virginia, Georgia, Florida, Florida State, and Michigan. National Signing Day, remember, is February the 3rd. Well, last Saturday night in Baton Rouge, it was a good night for Gainesville State pole vaulting champion Paul Malquist. He went 15-8 to win the LSU Invitational and won the overall field event's best performance trophy. And he's going to be a favorite for all of that at Georgia Olympics this coming spring. And finally, the Hole-in-One Club welcomes a couple of new members. Tommy Lowry had the ace at the number 4 Village Hole at Chicopee with a 5-wood, while Darren Chandler did the deed at number 12 at Chattahoochee with a 7-iron. That's our show for this week. I'm Gary Glenn. Join us right here next week for more All-County Sports.
Hey, what's up?
I'm sending another project to Fast Signs.
Oh, so you design signs too?
Well, I come up with a rough idea and the people at Fast Signs make it look great. They consult with me and make sure my sign communicates what I want. I can even send them files or proof my signs online. It's simple.
Great, but can they handle the big projects?
Sure, I use them for banners, exhibits, vehicles, whatever I need, and for all our locations.
Maybe they can make me a sign.
Done.
Fast Signs, providing reliable personal service and expert consultation. Visit Fast Signs at their Gainesville location or call 770-532-1200. FastSigns.com.
I'm attorney Ken Parker. If you've been hurt at work in a car accident,
Call me at 404-378-0600 to protect your cash settlement. 404-378-0600. Debt relief, settlement protection.